How we doing, folks? It's your boy Marcos, kicking it off here with some Freestyle Friday. For y'all new to this segment, basically anything goes. Any gun, any weapon, whatever Marcos feels like throwing up here, we're going to throw up here. And we'll throw up some S12 gameplay. But I want to start off by talking a little bit about the KSG. This guy managed to pop me right there. So not nice. I want to talk about the KSG a little bit. I'm working on the KSG right now, working on getting that bad boy gold. I wish I could put up some KSG footage for you, but I'm not doing good with it, man. I am not liking it. I don't know why. You know, when I thought about the KSG and when people would describe it and when I'd see it in action, I thought it'd be the perfect shotgun for me. Because I prefer longer range of sight, I prefer longer engagement. This thing with the buckshot could go and shoot you from 1,000,000 miles away. I thought that this would be the shotgun. Get that 3C4 right there. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. The lightning strike and the sentry gun array nice and early. Appreciate that, guys. Really good, really helpful right there. Now I'm thinking over here. Sean's talking. My microphone went a little bit crazy right there, so I had to take it out. And there we go. Nice to save that. Sometimes my mic goes like crazy, start making some noises. So sorry about that. Well, you guys can't hear it, but they did. Look, lay the sentry gun right down there. It's a pretty good spot right there, especially when you're when they're spawning from that side. So I'm just not doing good with the KSG, not as good as I thought I'd be. And I didn't expect to be a force with it. I know there's an adjustment period for any weapon that you use. But I'm about 200 one-shot, 1 kills in, and yeah, no, I'm struggling to like break even on most of these games. I feel like there's a lot of times when I shoot it that it should kill the thing I'm aiming at, but it just doesn't. So that really throws me off. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. I use the long barrel on it. I use the red dot on it. And occasionally I'll switch over and I'll put the quick draw on it instead of the red dot. I feel like I'm aiming at them right. I feel like everything's good. Because sometimes I annihilate people, sometimes I don't. I do know that, or I did notice that I do a lot better aiming down sight of it rather than just hip fire with it. Hip fire, I really don't have that much control over where it's going. But when I aim down sight, I feel I have a better chance of getting the kill, which is true for any weapon, but I think a lot more true for the KSG. You know, the S12 I can get by with switching in and out of aiming down sight and whatnot. But the KSG, yeah, I don't know. It's just not. Hopefully, I'll be able to bring out some good gameplay here soon. But for now, I'm gonna stick with my boy, the S12. Which, to tell you the truth, I gotta go back to the Remington. I gotta play a little bit with the Remington before I make my judgment. But I was very impressed with this S12. Still have the shotgun class set up. And when I want to go to shotgun, I go to the S12 right now. Which might sound a little bit crazy. Because a lot of people don't like this gun. A lot of people say it's trash. I don't know, man. I have a jolly old time, and this gameplay I'm playing right here, this is some solid S12 work. Sure, you have a limited amount of engagement you could be in, but that's just part of using a shotgun. But in these small maps, you get a lot of playing room with this. You know, I think there's a big difference between. I think shotgun's gotten a pretty bad rap, a pretty bad stigma throughout the Call of Duty career. You know. There's a big difference between using an Olympia and running through the village or the villa, pardon me, or this guy's not playing. No mercy. Let me get that headshot real quick. Big difference between running with a shotgun through the villa or running through Crisis with an Olympia, where you really just didn't have much of a chance because there's so many long-range gunfights that people are getting into, as opposed to this game where most of the engagements you're gonna go into aren't that good. I think this game's a lot better for shotguns. I think this game's a lot better for SMGs, obviously, and that's why I think you could be a lot more effective with these, whereas in previous games you probably wouldn't. Having been said, though, there is some truth to the fact that their shotguns are just better in this game. They're better in terms of their lines of sight, in terms of their range. They're better in terms of their one-shot, one-kill ability. I mean, that Remington was just brutal, man. That was... Man, those first weeks of this game came out and people were using that Remington, that was murder city. Trying to throw the C4 long range it over there. Don't get him, though, and unfortunately this guy comes to posse from behind. Good kill, buddy. I guess he just spawned there. He wasn't moving. I don't know what his deal was, but good kill. So what I do with friends, I touched on it a little bit earlier about how playing with friends is a bit different than playing just by yourself. I want to expand on that a little bit. I mean, it's a different dynamic, just, you know, in terms of having a little bit more fun, talking trash, you know, when I see somebody die, I'll make fun or whatnot. And it's a lot more helpful. It's, you know, you're more conversant if you know how to call things out. There's certain call-outs that, you know, you just have between, like, you and your friends. So, you know, as maybe that could be called stands right there, I was, one of my friends might call it bleachers, and I'll know what he means instead of having to, like, think about it. Or even, you know, I'll see where he dies and I'll know where he is. I mentioned in the previous video, I really, especially when I'm playing with a lot of group of friends like this, if I'm playing with one, I don't care. It's fine. You get a blue arrow right there, I can tell where he is. But when you're in a party and you're playing with a group of friends like this, I really wish there were different colored arrows. I think that would be a huge boost and benefit to me. And you could assign them. So, you know, I'd assign, you know, Usani would be red, Shaw would be blue, Christian would be green, and I know where exactly they are and where exactly they're looking at. You kind of do it because you get that little ripple effect when they talk, where it kind of gets like outlined where they are. But it's not the same as I think a color coding would be in terms of that. I think it's something that they should really look into. I wish I knew. I guess there's somewhere maybe you could give them like a tip or something. Maybe I'll do that. I'll send them an email or something. So I think that's something I'd like to see in the Call of Duty. It's a small thing, but I think something that'll make the experience a lot more enjoyable. Alright, so we're coming up over here, wrap 120. We murdered these guys, man. Murder was the case that they gave us. This was complete domination right here. No chance. My man Garrick right here at the final kill cam. Let me talk to you about Manic Monday, though, real quick. Make sure you drop down in the comments below what class you want me to run. I'll make sure I put out some games this weekend with it, and then Manic Monday. On Monday, I'll put up the video. So 139-2, pretty good gameplay. Hope y'all enjoy the weekend, man.